we know that Buea was once the capital of southern Cameroon. I believe that Cabal would have been thinking that, oh, why did I let the cat out? Why did I say Buea was the capital of southern Cameroon? Fellow Ambassadors, we're here to educate you once more again with Pastor Commando. In my search, Pastor Commando knows that I always like to search a lot. In my search for the truth and nothing else for the truth, I discovered that in the past broadcast, I've been talking about the German Cameroon. The German Cameroon included, you will hear it for the first time now, it included Nigeria, Chad, Central African Republic, Congo, Brazzaville, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, right, and southern Cameroon, northern Cameroon. So that was it. So when you say that Buea was once the capital of German Cameroon, they are trying to claim something. They are trying to say that we were once under the colonial territory of Germany. Remember that Hitler wanted to get the whole of Africa into various partition zones. He wanted to get the whole of the world. But when Hitler was defeated in the First World War, the League of Nations came now and said, okay, because of the defeat of Hitler, they divided the German territory. Germans had not really put their feet very well. They have not really grabbed their feet very well. They only build bridges and places, which some of the bridges are still standing today, like the Bamenda Fort, like many, the fort in Lolodov or whatever. So, what are we saying? With the talk say, that thing where they say, Buea, it will be at the capital of German Cameroon, not just for fool we. Now just for make say the one tell say one time we will be one together. That so-called one Cameroon, it included Nigeria, it includes many countries today. If we are going to claim that, then let us claim the other territories that are independent. So for 1960, 1st January 1960, East Cameroon, they get their independence. 1st October, that very year, for 1st October 1960, Nigeria, they get their independence. So they leave the United Nations now, because they will get some resolution for United Nations, say all the former colonies and trust territories, they're supposed to carry the process of independence. When they come to we, Congosa come out from United Kingdom. They say they don't look at them, we don't get enough economic resources to back we up. Foncha argue, say no, we get enough economic resources. They overshadow Foncha. And guess what? They give you two options for plebiscite. They say you want for remain with Nigeria, or you want for join independent by joining Nigeria, or independent by joining. And for the one of the thing that say Cameroon, they will vote against our independence by joining for United Nations. The record did France will vote against. So this fight, that is this were struggle in not being at today, right from the United Nations. So now they come again, they say reunification. They fool with that term. We were not doing, there's nothing as reunification. Reunification say we'll be one and when. So they come full way for 1970. When we come that 1961, they say, okay, we don't join with them. That Fumban conference, we've been a fake one. They really think now say, the United Nations, they never complete their work. And you were with the hold them under fire now. Say, United Nations, you never complete your work. Come and complete your work. And the nation, America, they say, no, this thing now, since this thing be so, they don't sit down, they look. They say the root cause. What is the root cause of this problem where we get them? The root cause, may they sit down, discuss. Because the failure for decolonization, where they so for born Pekin, that Pekin na Southern Cameroon independence. They can be halfway, they can't push way for one side. And they don't come because when Cameroon say, okay, we'll come together, Federal Republic, no, we'll not become together. Britain was supposed to be there as the assignment where they will give them. May they make sure say that federal constitution them made the joint house of assembly for Boya. May they actually discuss and vote. May the East Cameroon House of Assembly may they discuss to the vote. No say Cameroon don't already commit itself. For United Nations, they vote again with France. Say they don't want me we get our independence by joining. Now again, they don't become, they go back, they go for Fumba, and they will try to make Magomago, make Koshot. Koshot not there for this thing. No way, no Koshot not there for this thing. So because of that, when they now make that thing where they don't tie anything, because when Cameroon be independent for 1st January 1960, the boundary will be frozen according to the international law. The boundaries, when countries become independent, the boundary will be frozen, and the map of that country, they will take that map, they go present them for United Nations. And when Nigeria, they become independent 1st October 1960, their boundaries will be frozen. Follow up very well, wait till they talk. So years later on, when the Bakassi Peninsula will get problem, they begin fight. Because these fisher people, they don't go sit down for our land for Bakassi for long. They don't do fishing for long, and they can't discover oil for Bakassi Peninsula. So the case go up. East Cameroon take the case up for international court. So international court, the one time where they want come judge the case, they say, okay, Cameroon, who's your boundary there? According to the map where we get them from United Nations, you don't even get for the coastal side, you don't get any boundary in Nigeria for coastal side, right to Adamawa side, right? So they judge the case until they come do now the Green Tree Agreement, where United Nations delegation, the commission where they be in charge of that problem, they bring the two parties under the Obasanjo administration and the cabal where they for that country, for East Cameroon. They all come, they sign, the delegation, they sign. They say, from now, me no man not talk anything about Bakassi again, because Bakassi not belong to East Cameroon. And Bakassi, the way they do, technically they say, May all man they agree say they go back for their boundaries at independence. Nigeria could go back for a boundary at independence. East Cameroon, they could go back at the boundaries at independence. Because when you go for United Nations, the map where Cameroon get them for United Nations, it be the boundary, it not include our own boundary. The southern Cameroon not be inside. United Nations become technically they come for that cabal. It tell the cabal, say, look, work their way we never complete. They present it with 3 maps. Map where did it show the present East Cameroon, map where it show we're on Cameroon, and map where it show the both. But say that combined map is not correct because there is they get before a country declares it yes will be one, they get to bring a map. The federal constitution where the 2 parliament they don't sign, they do everything, the 2 leaders they sign. So it constitutes many things. It not just be two countries that will come together because Southern Cameroon and East Cameroon, they will be the same. They will be separate entities. They will be trusteeship territories from the United Nations. One, they will give France for take East Cameroon. They give for France take care of this. They give Southern Cameroon to Britain take care of this. So now you wait for 1972 where they make the fake so-called referendum or whatever they took. We and yes, we're not the same thing. They say we don't agree. Say 99% of the people they don't vote say may will make reunification from where Pastor if we talk reunification, who's doing that term? That fact term reunification. Who's they get them? Reunification. You don't be reunited before, and when they say when they argue too much, they say okay, now we'll get a new structure. Whether the United Republic of Quebec. That's a talk.
Make we reunite. Make it be a reunification. Yeah. When man don't be thief man, doctor. When man don't be thief man, it always thief. And you don't need to go very, very far for notice the thievery where it do. Yeah. So that game where La Republic be playing now because don't be say Ambazonians will be very stupid and foolish. It be because Ambazonians they will be a gentleman, and a gentleman he will always trust another person, and he believes he be a gentleman. I just listened to the program The Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman, and I got the Speaker of the Interim House of Reps. The way she articulated and he talked. All that talk now for educate Ambazonians and for tell Ambazonians they say, truly speaking, we will almost sell with birthright for an unscrupulous country where they don't get no value for morals. And so when we will start to get back our country and get our freedom, unfortunately, a number of dodgy fellows where they don't grow up in that capacity, they go show an appearance of gentlemen. In fact, wait where they cover the rottenness and the wickedness of their heart. Now the grammar where they talk, and maybe the suit where they put on. The way you see them, they wear suit. They look like real human beings. But meanwhile, they're not scavengers. And we don't see. People, the way jealousy, it flop their heart, so they pass even Satan. Because according to the word of God, it talks, say, the heart of man is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. deceitful above all things. That means a man in heart, it be deceitful even above the devil, because the devil be a thing too. So when we look at the La Republique and we look at the gentlemanness where we did for Ambazonia, Southern Cameroons at the time where they become toxic, the one Cameroon we include Nigeria and other things them where they be there under the Southern Cameroons. You go discover, say, a lot of people them in those different areas, they will be different. And if you go culturally speaking, and you go intellectually speaking, and you go honesty wise, you go discover, say, of all these people where they are around there, the Ambazonian man, if he stand out for be a different nation, for be a different tongue, for be a different people. And everything where they will do with trust. All this protocol. In fact, Southern Cameroons at that time, it would be like the Switzerland, where we grew up in the early 70s. For here, say they don't get soldier, they don't get police, they don't get chief people for day. That's so Ambazonian be there. Southern Cameroons, that's so Southern Cameroons be there. But when you join hands, like it be written for 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 33, or is it not? 1 Corinthians 15:33. Say evil communication is to corrupt good manners. But when we rub our shoulders, rub our heads with La Republique, our manners be corrupted to the point that if Nigeria being a 419, then a number of Ambazonian trained Cameroonians, they be 410, because the rate at which the 410s of Ambazonia origin, where they don't chop from the port of La Republique, it be terrible, it be horrible. Now, when you see a true Ambazonian, we get DNA for Ambazonia for a blood, for Southern Cameroon for a blood, you go discover, say, these are people the way they do work tirelessly for CC will get back our freedom. But some the way they don't go chop to the Brookport, they learn how to thief. In fact, they thief even from their people. Thief die blood. I mean, die corpses. Thief the people the way they kill them. And they go for social media every day. Oh, our people are dying. Oh, our people are dying. Oh, our people are dying. Today, I listened to these two gentlemen of Ambazonian origin, well brought up, structurally brought up, disciplinary brought up, honestly brought up. And when they talk, you see them giving an advice, encouraging. And whosoever we did today for we struggle, now the initiative of these gentlemen, when they discover, say, no, we not stay like this quiet, and they come out. In fact, one of them, our able Secretary General for the House of Representatives, when he give a profile of which way they don't put in place, he say we get distractions. Anytime where God the one for reveal for you the next plan, how you go put them articulately, put them in place. Then you see these criminals, these dodgy people, the way they want money, they go to call you, they distract you. Anything we talk, we be the first people to oppose them. But thank God for the president, where God give we, that in this history where it be in the making, the president get a level head. When you see anybody where he idea, he jam together for take us to Ambazonia, irrespective of the insult and the curse, to take us to Boya, irrespective of the curses and the abuses, he go take in this person. Then, as he take in the person, he go deal with the person and then bring the person closer to the government. But then, if he get the eye for get a few of these people, they come into the government. But some of them, where they be criminals, as he bring them, they come, they hypocritically say, oh, he's my mentor, here he's my brother, meanwhile not thieves. Because a thief man, it will always be a thief man until Jesus don't change he, transform ye, like from Saul to Paul the apostle. So some of the fellows where they be grouped around the president, and since president no be Jesus, they see the president in good ways, they want to emulate him, but that demon, that evil spirit, where they inside them, thief. So one of them, where I hear the story today, my head crack well. He take upon himself for collect every opportunity, even take away the powers of the president if cannot be taken. And he set in for cause confusion, for make the president, take decisions and do what we get for do. You are working with somebody and yet you plug the person. And want me the person succeed? No. They plant all kinds of bombs around the president for make sure make the IG crumble so that they fit and hand over to La Republic. But unfortunately, they themselves don't open their mouths. They talk, say, this one are God ordained. And so when some certain things that they happen, they shock. I remember the time where they sing how all the coup plotters, they can't sit down together, they take decision. They say, more act fast, because that Dr. Sako did so. If we waste time before one realize that man don't know which way come out. How you gonna know which way come out? We don't know which God way you the talk say we don't have our land for ye. It choose me can't stand before. He say if we sleep with this our plans where we don't talk today, that man go dismissed. It go spoil them tomorrow, and that's how it has been working. Just like Gehazi with his master Elisha, he come up for PCC. The hill don't be surrounded by soldiers of the enemies. He shout, say, my master, at last, the Philistines, they don't get way. The man of God smiled. He said, Papa God, open his eye. And God opened his eye. He see chariots of fire where they don't surround. I think God should open the eyes of these criminals. May they see the fire where it surround not only the president, but the good meaning and good willing Ambazonians, the way they get a heart for the people of Ambazonia. Where they know they only shout. The one where they don't thief money, they don't give account, where they just make noise for social media. All the time where they come for social media, if I can't cosh, they don't get no better thing, no initiative. When I listen to all the wisdom and the wiseness of Honorable Speaker, Honorable Madam Speaker, and Mr. Secretary General of the House of Reps, I say, yes, these are the people where Ambazonia need to listen to them. In fact, me personally, I go play back this program where they don't record them today because it will be recorded. I go play them back. The Woman, the Horizon on the 1st of April 2022. It be very, very rich. And I think, Doctor, we should have a plan in our full program for bring in the Secretary General and all these people for can tell us about this history. Because all the thing where they talk for day, now teachings the way they give, but then it been a history. Now,
Exactly.
at this particular moment, we come here for quickly read the current events, where did it go on, and then read the civics, where did it go on. But at the end of the day, they can't give we real history. Now, today, I don't know the formation and the foundation and the depth of this, our interim government, that no matter what Satan does, let all the coup plotters go to the highest level of the Freemasons and the other fraternal societies. Make them go to the how many degree. I am telling you, they're not going to be able to destroy the foundation of the Federal Republic of Amazonia, because it not be founded on anybody. It be founded on Christ, the solid rock. And that's why with all their ANPC, with all their coup plotting, with all the loud talking, and with all the blackmailing and blaspheming and gossip and lie the way that they talk, it don't shaken some people for small, but if we fool some people them, but some people they never ever fool them in life. I don't talk them for year. You know if you fool Baba, because your head go grow. When I talk about Baba, I mean all the instruments the way they use them for shave your hair. Yes, you know if you fool them, because your hair go grow again. So if you fool some people for some time, you know if you fool them all the time. That is why our people for home front, they confess. And the one way they know they confess, they see. Say all these criminals, the way they can't join together, tell them unity, that unity, that unity, that unity, that. If this interim government not be stand, they will go join that rubbish, say in unity something. And then this blood suckers and
yeah, Pastor Commando, we talk something about this unity thing. You know, this unity thing, they one used for fool our people then. Oh, our people back in the front home, the home front. When I shine, when I very well, because these people, they say they be unity something, but they go now after their fellow defense,
Brothers and
self-defense,
family
and
members.
they bring them down. They delete them. It's not fine at all. And even some of our civilians, they will go see them, and they talk, say, please, why when they do so? And as usual, I mean, not as usual, with the Republic thing, they will pretend they be civilian, but where the mufti, they will come. You once in a whole unit of the La Republic that they come behind them. So it will be a cross-friendly fire as such. And unfortunately, because they never know, say, now, they're chasing La Republic with their attempts again. And they come and the innocent people, and they be pulled down by the gun. But with the talk for years, say, why you would go for the camp for place for we're there for war. No, it's time for say we're there for ceasefire or anything. We're there for war. Why you would go for the place? Why you could go to the place? I mean, you don't find that was not even good. You reach yourself. Look at what has happened now. Because most of the time, the Republic will come, they will push people ahead. You chasing a just civilian before we want to see they don't surround and they finish our people. But we take enough time. We not say that so-called that unity thing not be correct. No, now just some term where they use them for like some trap where you did put corn for trap. Arata not dey understand. He will come for chop that corn and a trap catch it. Now so it is. So many people then they stay focused. When they continue to deal with their. I mean, for follow on with where the immediate leader they talk, the hierarchy talk. May they follow them. May they not play. May they not get anything for do with these people. Then really, if you want to go for Boya, but your body language will be full. Your body language shows your face is looking up for that side. And everything what you do, now for go that side, for look that side. Because you don't get any plan. Even you don't get any plan. You know some Pastor Commando, some person, they don't go hack our website, they go put a picture there. And no one call them. And no one,
Yeah.
we no one for promote them. You put your picture there. Amazonian, no, take note now. Yesterday, some person said, talk, say, look for a bill, and see. He see some name there. You know, say, if they put him money for Amazonian Foundation, our viewers, if you look your bank record, look for the invoice. If you see something else, all we need to do, take go call your bank, say some people they don't enter for some website or you pay your money for Amazonia Foundation, but for your invoice a different thing. Bank will go after, and that so-called foundation where that fake one where they don't put them, they will put them down because it been a fraud. Why you will go for other person in your website? What will be the difference between the commonality? No commonality, nothing, not there. If you want to go do your own foundation, go do your own foundation. No go put something, some calabash for tap that mimbo where nobody you be make them. That one not fine. That one a hacking. They don't go put some person in picture there, some woman in picture. No one call them. Some woman in the picture there. They move our own picture there. They begin make all kind of things there. But may they not say this place, America, no be banana republic. They will get everybody. They will get everybody where do that kind of thing. Because as Amazonian, when you give your money for CID, it will go for different place for that through that website. You go give your money. For say you want give for Amazonia Foundation, and you see that different foundation in name. They please contact our mothers where they be in charge of the foundation. They could get that one, because as we collect everything, they collect all those receipts, that invoices where they come with different name, they could answer. They think they hide. They better hide final, because we're not there for Banana Republic. The rule of law, it will reign. Pastor, talk.
Yes, Pastor. Yes, Doctor. What I want for talk now say, we the Ambazonian people them, both for here and for home front, we don't grow up in a powerful way where just like God, He give we all the answers to all the questions that we will get for do for enter for heaven. Now, so the heart of Ambazonians then be. If we been as some wicked people, if we just cool down, then before that people they want to see, they're going to receive now summons for take them for court for the wickedness and the criminality where they don't do. But right now, we do advise them, do warn them, make they jump out, so that by the time that the law goes zero in on them, at least if you get leniency on them, say they don't realize themselves, they jump out. That is why the Ambazonian man will be a true Ambazonian. You know, the wait until your day of execution. It will warn you before the day of harm it come. So for the Ambazonian, the way they check say, as if it don't happen before, so now so it will continue for B. One for tell when I say no, game don't change. We're not gonna lie down.
No be business as usual.
Not be business as usual. Yes, not be business as usual. Game don't change. And we want to warn anybody. Say the fact say justice then delay, it don't mean say they don't deny them. But in a swift and well organized country, for where some of these people they live, like it be day for West Cameroon and East Cameroon at that time. Now so it go day. Doctor, I don't know whether you will notice them for East Cameroon in those days. You know if you recognize school picking, all of them they look dirty, like say they go now for
They never get uniform. They never get uniform.
They never get uniform. Exactly.
Yes.
They never get uniform. So they never get uniform. So they be just be the Habazak like that. But sincerely, when you cross over to the other side, you will see a difference. Everything will be properly organized. And because a thief, you go one say, make you thief, even if na bikini shit for inside napkin. So that means they also call you say thief man. It go do everything for make sure that it corrupt you. And that is exactly what way La Republique do, and it makes sure say our idea and our uniformity and our cleanliness and our honesty make the taint them, make them destroy them in one way or the other, so that tomorrow we can also be termed wicked. And that is why these coup plotters that they do. Now if you hear someone shouting thief, as I hear Secretary General for Interim House of Representatives, he talk, 3/4 of them where they fight this interim government, where they don't work for inside this interim government, now because their hands they not clean. And they be the first people for shout, for talk say, oh, these people hand not clean, oh, these people they hand not clean, and they never show no evidence. But most of the fingers they point to the wickedness of some of these people, where they actually want me the interim government fail under Dr. Sako, so that if we get a proper accusation for get them out there and forget the beatings. I hear one of them. You remember when he be the talk, where we know say he don't do campaign make groundwork research, tell lies, smear lies all over the place. It can she don't talk, say, I have the final say. I will talk the last word. But unfortunately, you know, we know say, when you leave God aside, you come for boast yourself like the rich fool. At the end of the day, your last word, it will be now the end of that one will be now your burial. And now they don't already know, say, they don't get no last word for talk. And I really love the education where the Horizon, they bringing all these men, these women, for come educate our people, add to what we already know. So that we're not going to only talk about the history where they don't pass for so many years before they born, most of them. But we will talk about the history where they happen, where they unfold right now in their presence. And you see that most of the Ambazonian people, the way they don't deceive them, they are La Republic agents because of drunkenness. They don't drink, so their brain, they work again. And that anything will be out for our freedom, they see them like, say, of course, Satan too, we hand day. But anything will be out for our freedom, they see them like a threat, where their bread it will be taken away from them because they don't learn for thief. And when they thief that money, do it. They thief the money, they go drink mimbo, useless themselves, sleep with all kinds of prostitutes. And at the end of the day, waited again, nothing. So they suffer the Ambazonian people, thief the Ambazonian blood, kill Ambazonians, take their blood, then use it in a lavishing way. And you find them, they be the first person to say, President, he live for this thing. President, he get this one. President, he get this one. We're all now lies. Lies. I don't know why people did build on lies. I know they walk, the whole water, they know to come back for the truth. But we there for here, for tell Ambazonians, say time don't reach. For you for not just hear anything, say hyung, find out, examine before you take a step. And that's why anybody will be appointed into any post for Ambazonia now in this government, because the cabinet is being reshuffled, the departments are being reshuffled, everything is being reshuffled. Before you sit down for day, oh papa, you go talk true. If you be a wicked man, if you be a trickster, and you pretend for be a sheep, where you actually be a wolf in sheep clothing, you will be discovered right now. Because we don't put all the parameters for make sure, say, do as we do before. All right, look at the game where they don't play. And unfortunately, I don't know who way it go help we fight at them for ground. I like the speech of Mr. President yesterday, where we talk, say, because homeland and home front, it only exist when they do everything for send La Republic out of our territory. But then, they never send La Republic out of our territory with their empty hands. And so, diaspora be there for support them. But I like the statement of Mr. President, say anybody where they fight, because these coup plotters, they don't deceive them, sometimes give them a lot of money, for kill themselves. I hear say the person who killed that General Shakira, they don't kill it today too. That's the unity force. They don't kill it. So you see the kind of unity where the ADF come join with ARF, and the ARF, some of their commander, the way they don't bribe them, where they don't take that, because when you chop that money, blood will climb for your head. When we talk true, so some people they see they wonder, say which kind of people they be this, because they are lie to them now the truth. Because they don't be for inside Munyongo. Terrible one, where they don't sell them for they be confused. So that the liars, now they be the first people for shouting other people, they talk now lie. Now, the evidence there for ground. Just go and count. I hear yesterday say, some, I don't know from the real source, but I hear say more than 20 fighters, variant fighters, they don't die. Immediately, these people, they become enter with their Nyongo, saying a unity force. And now they define everybody, like they define Chacha. Now they define some of the generals where they still stand for the independence, total freedom of Ambazonia. They try to kill them. But Mr. President make a statement yesterday, I want for underline and for years, say anybody where he say it be sincere and he fight for make sure say that Republic leave the country, this interim government will support that person, but not as an individual. You must be under your local government area. And once your local government proves say yes, you did defend homeland, they will support you. But anything where it come like Unity Forces, this new name, no, if you are under that place, you be a killer squad. They don't give you support for kill your other fellow Amazonians. That one way I hear say happened a few days ago where some so-called soldiers they open fire against civilians. That is terrible. All right, Doctor, because another program is coming up, we would like to get your last words for today, and then we call it quit for today.
The last word I say, the blood of Abel, he was crying. The blood of our fallen heroes is crying, and God is hearing their cries, and the blood that they have gone before us, it will not be in vain, because the blood is crying from the ground. The innocent blood are crying. The innocent civilian blood are crying. So the blood of the fallen heroes, our people, take note that the Lord is behind you, and God will never forsake you. So there is nobody that is indispensable, but we will continue to depend on God. The day you think, say you be King Kong, no matter the county, that's the beginning of your downfall. So pride, it go before a fall. When God don't give you that wisdom, use them to the glory of the people of Amazonia. Not take that wisdom, make like say, now you give the glory to God. Say, God, now God, they give me power for defend my territory. Amazonia, our self-defense people, men and women on the ground, please always give glory to God. Be on the side of God. I know in the last broker we talk about people where they pray every day, they pray for their units. Yes, prayer is the key and is the most key. And Pastor, you remember when they were talking about Odeshi, I laugh because they think say they want to dedicate Amazonia to Odeshi. We said Odeshi Day. They come back to see say, now God, the God of heaven. Remember our anthems. Remember those lyrics in our anthems. They glorify the Savior Jesus Christ. They glorify the Father, our God, and He is the watchman of our nation. Except a nation is being watched by God, those who protect it are protected in vain. Work with the interim government, and remember to give glory to God for every victory. Don't make as if you are the King Kong of the place. The day you say you are the King Kong, that is the beginning of your downfall. And remember, there are a lot of resources that God is still using. When one go away, God will raise up more resources until we reach Boya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for today. Amazonians, we want to talk say, yes, as God give we time, we will come brief every now and then. Yesterday too, Mr. President, we talk about Award 22. That means our draft, it will soon be launched, Award 22. And this time around, all hole they don't be locked. All that rat the way they be lock their hole with corn and granite. This time around now with rock and stone. If you reach up stone, all right, get ready, because we don't give no nothing again from our hands. God they show we the day every day. And the Englishman talk say the first fool is not a fool, but if they fool you 3 times, that means say you be mbutuku. You be mbutuku. No nothing. So the president now announced the draft for 2022, and it will come up soon. 3/4 of the people the way now coup plotters them, and liars and thieves and noisemakers on social media, they never ever contribute a dime. That's why their own gifts, and talent from their master, the devil, is blackmail, lies, gossip, and then they talk. We of course, Dr. Abraham also will not go blame them very plenty because their eyes are blinded spiritually. They don't see where they go on. And number two, they don't lick hand for that blood where they don't sacrifice, for that money where they don't sacrifice them on the altar of blood of our people. And so the munyongo and the confusion, they don't climb their heads, so that when they see 2, they call and say na 8. You know, I don't know how the money reverse and call and say na 8. If they talk saying na 7, it will be better safe, because if you manipulate 2, make them 7. But these people, they outrightly say no, that 2 na 8, because of the blood, because of their spiritual blindness. And so draft 2022 award is coming soon. Ambazonians of goodwill, get ready. Now, I hear they announced yesterday, Mr. President announced yesterday in the town hall APP meeting, the real APP meeting, after we listened to most of the departments that they be involved and in charge of putting things in order, say they don't already support 2 counties with more than 5 million CFA for which way they do. And then they also support the fight, the attack where they go on for Victoria in the name of cholera. So they don't already support them with not less than 1 million francs. So you see that the interim government, it work, but the social media activists, where they don't buy them over, put water for their mob, they only get Nafakan Kosh for try for discourage we know where to go on, but we shall never be discouraged. Yes, we will continue. And dear friends, I want to tell when I say make una no go away. Make una no go away. In the next 20 minutes, we are going to receive the ethics commission, where they come in for talk more about where we need for know. So please get ready and then receive ethics commission for Insight with program. All right. For that one, God bless you now. See you when we have the next and the least chance for come back into the ABC for share with Una which way we need for.
Watu